This is the end of Part B. Part C. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear several talks. After each talk, you will hear some questions. The talks and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Now we will begin Part C with the first talk. Questions 38 through 42. Listen to a talk given by the leader of a hiking club.
Before we ask how many of you will be going on the wilderness survival hike, I'd like to review the guidelines for winter safety. If you ever get lost in the woods, the first thing you should do is sit down and collect your wits. Make a camp and prepare a signal, and wait for rescue to come to you. Once you are situated, there are other things you can do to cope while stranded in the wilderness. First of all, try to locate a source of water. You can go a month, if necessary, without food, but only about 7 days without a drink. Anytime your lips feel dry, you need water. However, never eat snow to quench your thirst. It will counter dehydration, but in melting the snow, your body loses precious heat, and the deadly effects of hypothermia are accelerated. You can fight hypothermia in other ways, too. Even if the temperature is in the 50s, uncontrolled loss of body heat can be fatal. Cover your head, and thus reduce your heat loss by half. Dress as warmly and with as many layers as possible. Get out of the wind and stay dry. Keep active, but avoid perspiring. Water conducts heat away from your body 240 times faster than air does. We've covered water and warmth. Now let's consider food in the wilderness. Don't eat potentially dangerous plants. These include all types of mushrooms and other fungi, beans, and bulbs. Also, any wild berries that are either red or white should be avoided. As a precaution, be sure you have packed plenty of packets of dehydrated food to tide you over in an emergency. Okay, we don't anticipate anyone getting lost, as you are all going out with experienced guides. Let's see a show of hands of those of you who plan to join us on the hike.
Number 38. According to the speaker, what is the first thing to do if you get lost? Number 39. What's the greatest danger of eating snow to satisfy your thirst? Number 40. According to the speaker, what is the best way to reduce body heat loss by half? Number 41. Why does the speaker feel that the hikers shouldn't worry too much about the upcoming hike? Number 42. How will the speaker know who wants to join the hike? Questions 43 through 46. Listen to a lecture given in a marine biology class.
Imagine a frigid world filled with creatures that shine with an eerie green or blue or red light in a landscape of eternal darkness. It may sound like a scene from science fiction, but this place actually exists in every ocean on Earth. It's called the Midwater, and it is by far the largest and most mysterious wilderness on the planet. Scientists tell us that we know little about this enormous environment for one simple reason. It's hard to get to it. During the past few years, scientists have begun to use small submarines with spotlights and cameras to explore the midwater. Using these devices, they have found many plants and animals that have never been seen before. The most abundant animals in the midwater are the jellies. These are jellyfish and their relatives. The most interesting jellies are tiny animals that join and form huge chains, sometimes reaching more than 100 feet in length. Some other kinds of fish also call the midwater home, including such fierce hunters as the dragonfish and the devilfish, which come equipped with razor-sharp teeth and huge stomachs. Perhaps the most remarkable discovery about the animals of the midwater is that nearly all of them produce their own light, as a firefly does. Scientists think that some animals glow or bioluminesce to attract a mate, others to find prey, and still others to scare away predators. Yet many creatures produce light only at certain times, and for no clear reason. The explanation for this behavior remains one of the many puzzles of the midwater that future scientists must solve.
Number 43. Where can the midwater be found? Number 44. According to the speaker, why are the small jellies interesting? Number 45. According to the speaker, why do we know so little about the midwater? Number 46. According to the speaker, what is one characteristic of midwater animals that is not yet completely explained? Questions 47 through 50. Listen to a science professor talk about gold.
For at least 6,000 years, people have been fascinated by gold. They have used it in pottery, jewelry, religious objects, clothing, and even medicine. In ancient times, it was also molded into magnificent death masks for kings and other royalty. Gold has been valued through the centuries because of its beauty and indestructibility. It does not tarnish or discolor, and it resists corrosion. Gold is also quite soft and easy to work with. It can be hammered into very thin sheets, so thin that light shines through them. These sheets are used for decorative lettering and other artistic purposes. Many churches and government buildings have domes covered with thin layers of gold. This not only makes the domes highly resistant to weathering, it also gives the buildings an aura of beauty and richness. Dentists also appreciate the softness of gold. They use it to make fillings for teeth. Today, gold is widely used in the electronics industry, partly because it conducts electricity so well. It is indispensable in pocket calculators, computers, telephones, televisions, missiles, and spacecraft. Glass, coated with a thin layer of gold, is also used in skyscrapers to reflect summer sun and to retain winter heat. The use of gold in one building in Canada lowered air conditioning costs by 40%. The discovery of gold in California in 1849 encouraged the westward expansion of the United States. Large gold discoveries in other countries have also resulted in new settlements and increased exploration. Gold has even brought development to the Arctic Circle, where the most northerly gold mine in the world exists. This mine yields $100 million in gold annually. Gold exploration continues all over the world. Who knows where the next rich source of gold may be found?
Number 47. According to the speaker, why has gold been continuously popular for 6,000 years? Number 48. Why does the softness of gold make it so useful? Number 49. According to the speaker, what purpose does gold serve in the construction of skyscrapers? Number 50. According to the speaker, what often happens to an area after gold is discovered?